stuck in my throat rather than something that actually is a word. Thank you. Star Wars and Star Trek. Gratefully, your brother is not here. And I know that Kurt likes one of the two, maybe both. I don't know. Maybe not. Star Wars and Star Trek, people get really wrapped up in these, which is why there's a really great movie. If you haven't seen it, you would probably have to scour the DVDs to find it. It's a movie called Galaxy Quest, in which they make fun of both parties. It's wonderful. But I have a wonderful story about Star Wars itself. When I was dating my wife, I found the newest Star Wars, which was, of course, the last Star Wars, which was, of course, the third in the series, even though it was the sixth movie. Yes. Don't ask me. I don't do the math on it. But we were, in the course of just talking about things, I had found out that she had never seen any of the Star Wars. Now, my wife had to be properly educated. So what we did, I thought it was such an amazing thing she was going to get to do. She was going to watch the entire series as it was meant to be, not as we all know it to be. So sure enough, we watched the first movie and the second movie. We watched the third one in the theater. And then she decided to laugh through 4, 5, and 6 because there's just not much a technology jump unless you're going backwards. And the cheesy humor that Harrison Ford is so charming with in the 70s and 80s is just not funny in the early 90s. So it was a bust. But one of the things I did learn from that specific experience was right before we were about to watch the very last one, which was the sixth movie, but it was the third movie. But again, we won't go back into that. She said, I'm so glad that we have watched all of these movies because now I have the opportunity to educate you with just a few of my movies since we spent about 10 hours. So the first thing we're going to watch is the 6-hour edition of Pride and Prejudice. And that was just the beginning. We watched Emma and a few other things that, again, they would fall in the chick flick category. And Eddie, I'm not sure what they were either.
I had to watch that one.
You watched that one?
I don't remember it, but I had to watch it.
I don't know. They're creative in some way, but I just would more sincerely probably take a nap as well. Thank you, Table Topic.